Casting to you from the 47th Annual Houston Indoor Fishing Show, you're watching the Wave Podcast, the show that brings you closer to everyone and everything on the water. Brought to you by Boaters List. With your host, Taylor Super Cool Cooley, the director of Good Times and Tan Line. Our guest today is Brian Johnson. Brian is the co-founder for the MONGO Offshore Challenge. Brian has been fishing his entire life and has become an expert of big sport fishing. Hi Brian, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely, thank you for having us.
We're so excited to have you here. I'll have to start, what is a MONGO?
MONGO is honestly redneck for humongous. If you take humongous, MONGO's right in the center. So MONGO meaning big, humongous.
Ah, that's a good play on words there. So tell us about the MONGO Offshore Challenge. How does it work and how did you develop the concept?
Absolutely. So two of my best friends, Captain Jeremy Cox and JD Cox, they're brothers. They had this envision years and years ago. We've been friends for 20 plus years and we've built fish together all through those years. And we wanted to, all of us wanted to come up with a concept that could get everybody out fishing more, fish more days and enjoy the love of bill fishing that we so all enjoy. And part of that is we want to award the biggest fish. So MONGO obviously meaning big. The MONGO Offshore Challenge is a season-long tournament, so starts May 1st, goes all the way through September, and
wow.
we award the biggest fish in all of our species, so blue marlin, swordfish, tuna, wahoo, and mahi.
What was one of the biggest fish you've seen at?
So we had year one of our tournament, we actually set the Alabama state record. One of our boats, the Florida Lee out of Orange Beach, set the Alabama state record with winning blue marlin that year, 849 pounds.
Wow.
So definitely a MONGO.
Dang, that really is fitting. 849 pounds.
Yes,
Jeez.
Alabama state record. It was a really, really neat fish.
So how did you and your co-founders become friends and get this thing running?
Yeah, so Captain Jeremy Cox and I, back our college days, become really good friends, and JD, and obviously being his brother, we all fished together. And the old adage, you wrote the business plan down on a napkin, that's pretty much what Captain Jeremy and JD did years ago, and I've just been blessed to be part of this founding group of something really big that we're enjoying.
Do you also have that napkin?
I'm sure one of them do. Absolutely.
Y'all need to get that framed for the office then.
Absolutely.
How is this year's MONGO Offshore Challenge shaping out?
Yeah, it's shaping up real good. We start fishing May 1st, so our registration goes through April. We've been very successful the past 2 years in the Gulf of Mexico. We had 132 boats fish the Gulf of Mexico last year in that division. We launched a new division this year on the East Coast, going from Cape Cod all the way to Cape Canaveral. So that's a separate region to the Gulf region. We're really excited about that. We're growing that region and also growing the Gulf region. But early registration's going really well. We go through April for registration, start fishing May 1st.
When does registration end?
Ends the last day of April.
Okay.
So May 1st is the first day of fishing, so 11:59 the day before May 1st.
You hear that, folks? Make sure to sign up by then.
Absolutely.
How were you introduced to the fishing industry or tournament industry, and what challenges did you face?
Sure. We've obviously, our friendship between the three of us has spanned over many, many years, and growing up, we all enjoyed the sport of fishing. And Captain Jeremy Cox and JD, they tournament fished well before I did, and they pulled me in as part of their team, and just the rest is history on that. But the challenges of sport fishing is always weather, especially tournament fishing. And part of what we're doing is giving these teams, you've got 153 days to get it done. If it's winds blowing on a weekend, well then Monday it's going to be good. We're going to go fish Monday and Tuesday instead of Saturday and Sunday. So,
were there any struggles y'all faced when it came to developing or organizing these events, and how did y'all overcome them?
Well, and just the grace of God, to be honest with you. We started in 2020. We had the pandemic on top of us. That was a struggle in the very beginning, but you know what? We just leaped out on faith and jumped out there and got after it, and we've been very blessed.
That's really great to hear. I'm glad y'all have been so successful since y'all are such a young company.
Absolutely.
What makes your tournament, the MONGO Offshore Challenge, stand out against other tournaments?
Sure. Well, and we certainly don't feel like we're competing against other tournaments. We're very unique in that we promote all the other tournaments. We take weights from other tournaments. If our teams are fishing in other tournaments that are established tournaments and that we approve, then we accept those weights. So that's what makes us very unique. We're all about promoting sport fishing. We're certainly wanting to promote all the big tournaments as well as the MONGO. So we're very unique in that format.
That's a really, really cool aspect to have, where they can fish in another tournament but
Absolutely.
still count towards yours.
Yeah, and we promote their tournaments all year long as well. We want to get folks off the dock and out fishing and enjoying the sport that we all love.
I mean, nothing's better than a day on the water, in
Absolutely.
my opinion.
Everything's better on the water, right?
It is, always. With Boaters List, always.
Absolutely.
What areas of the country do you specifically work in?
Yeah, so we're U.S. based. Who knows what the future holds, but right now we're U.S. based. So we've got our two regions, the Gulf of Mexico region, and we've got our East Coast region. So they're separate divisions. They're only competing against East Coast boats, and the Gulf's only competing against Gulf Coast boats. Except we have one alternate entry that they can, so that the Gulf can fish against the East Coast boat just for blue marlin. So it's an alternate entry just for fun, see who can hang up the biggest blue marlin. All of our limits are really, really high. So like blue marlin's got a minimum length is 118-inch fish.
Wow.
So that's definitely a big blue marlin, and we do that on purpose. We're about conservation as well, and we certainly want to celebrate these big fish, but we don't want to take any of additional fish up through the years.
Yeah, I believe you mentioned that you don't want to catch, you want to release the smaller fish.
Absolutely. Yeah, part of our motto is let the small ones go so they can grow.
I love that.
We absolutely promote catch and release, but at the end of the day, if the big girl eats and the teams get at boat side, we want to celebrate that fish and study that fish. We've got different scientific groups that come in and study that fish, and then that fish can go on and bless others. We've got other soup kitchens and homeless folks that we can celebrate and can feed others with that fish. So
I absolutely love that. How do you think Boaters List and the MONGO Offshore Challenge go hand in hand?
Absolutely. So it's a great partnership because obviously all of our teams own boats and are out there fishing. Especially with the app coming out, they can go on the app that's coming out in the future and go in there. If they're in a port that's unknown to them, they can go and find the service they need that they can trust. Boaters List verifies some of these vendors, and it may be a vendor that you don't find on a normal search engine, and that everybody's familiar with.
Yeah, we really try to hit the people working out of their vans that aren't necessarily sitting at a computer all day.
Yeah, if I'm in an alternate port that's not my home port, and I have an AC unit go down, I need to know the AC guy I can trust that's going to show up and get my AC fixed so that I can get back on the water and go hunt more mongos.
Have you ever used the Boaters List app or website before?
Absolutely. Yep, we have used it. Yep, just for that very same reason.
And it was reliable. You got it all done, no problems.
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that. What has been the most memorable experience with your time at the MONGO Offshore Challenge?
Yeah, probably just the relationships. We've been blessed to meet so many great people, whether it's teams, whether it's marina owners, which are big partners for us for our way stations. Just the relationships that we've been able to have through the MONGO. It's been great.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's better than the boating community.
Absolutely,
if you ask me.
Great people.
So you mentioned you'd recently expanded to the East Coast. Do y'all have any more future plans?
Yeah, we definitely have our eyes on certain regions. We're looking at that market to figure out what makes sense. Obviously, we want to celebrate mongos. So, what parts of the U.S. and of the world have the biggest fish that we can go and celebrate mongos? So, yeah, we definitely have our eyes on different regions for the future.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what comes of this. What is your favorite water activity?
Obviously fishing,
Okay.
blue water fishing. Growing up, we always freshwater fished, and it was amazing. That's part of the industry that everybody can enjoy is freshwater fishing. But when you get out and get in that blue water, the first marlin that's hooked, and you see that first blue marlin jumping, or that first dorado that's just going absolutely nuts behind the boat, there's nothing like it. So that blue water fishing is passion of all three of us, all my two co-founders and myself as well.
Well, that's really fun. What was your first reaction when Martin pitched this boaters list concept to you?
Yeah, it's ingenious. The John Q. Public has Angie's List and other same type of apps out there, but there's nothing for the boating community. The boating community is a tight-knit community, but there was nothing that could pull that community together. So first reaction to that is it's ingenious. It's great for the community.
Yeah, most of the world's covered in water anyway.
Absolutely.
So, in your opinion, what is either your favorite aspect, or what do you think makes Boaters List unique?
Yeah, and I think it goes back to what we talked about, the small mom and pops businesses that may not have the budgets to go out and advertise with all the big conglomerations, where you guys can get that mom and pops guy out there that in reality does the best work, and whether it's teak work, it's AC work, that's typically your best guy, is the one that doesn't have those big budgets, but yet he's the most reliable and can get out and get the work done for you.
Yeah, I've heard that multiple times throughout my week here at this fishing show, and in my experience with my dad's bay boat,
right,
that tends to be the case 9.5 times out of 10.
Absolutely.
What do you hope to come from Boaters List and our relationship with the Mongo Challenge?
Yeah, just expand our coverage. Hopefully we've got some clients that are sitting, they may not tournament fish. It may be a big center console or a family boat that thinks they can't compete in the tournament world. Where our format they can. So hopefully just some exposure through Boaters List that gets out there and gets these people to go, hey man, Mongo, we can do that. We've got 153 days to get this big fish caught. We can do that and get them on the water, enjoy the boat, enjoy the industry that we all love.
So I guess basically have fun.
Absolutely.
Get wet, as our slogan.
Absolutely.
And put up a good fight against a big fish.
That's right, absolutely.
It's all about the chase, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The Wave is sponsored and brought to you by Boaters List. Boaters List is designed as a multifaceted resource for all things on the water and for all those who love to enjoy what it has to offer. From large yacht activities to paddleboarding on your local lake and all things in between. Boaters List will always strive to make it better on the water. We're going to have a 30-second lightning round of questions. Can somebody put a 30-second timer on? All right, you ready? You ready, yep. Brian? I'm sure you have to think on your feet a lot. Fighting chair or standing?
Standing.
Dorado or Wahoo?
Dorado.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Sweet or sour?
Sweet.
This is also, again, very definitive. Toilet paper, over or under?
Under.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna have some problems, Brian. Tacos or hamburgers?
Hamburgers.
Night owl or morning person?
Both, really.
All right. Yeah. Gummy worms or gummy bears?
Gummy bears.
Coffee black or with cream and sugar?
Oh, gotta have cream and sugar.
I agree on that one. Bay or offshore?
Offshore.
In a heartbeat, easy one. Dumb or dumber?
Dumber.
Travel by plane or by boat?
Boat, 100%.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Gold or silver?
Gold.
Frozen yogurt or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Documentaries or reality TV?
Oh, reality.
That's what every guy's been saying.
Really?
What's your favorite reality show?
Probably the Wicked Tuna guys, just because of the passion of offshore.
I thought you were going to say like Real Housewives or something.
No, not for me.
Trouts or reds?
Redfish.
Well, Brian, thank you so much for coming out here and joining the Boaters List crew.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
We couldn't be more excited to be partnered with y'all. but we have to do our little sign off.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna say boaters list, and then we're gonna take a little pause, and then better on the water.
Absolutely.
All right, boaters list, better on the water. Catch you next time on The Wave. Make sure to join our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and follow our social media if you haven't already. Sponsor your marine business today on our website, www.boaterslist.com, with special promo code HOU2022 to receive special pricing during the fishing show.
Boaters List.